What is going on, our squad? Got a small tutorial for you today. One of the most asked questions on stream to this day, especially from new players, is how do you survive a ghost hunt? Now, the ghost hunts can be a little confusing at times because the ghost can be attracted by so many things coming from you. Many factors come into play here as of why the ghost is attracted to you specifically. So we're going to be jumping into comprehensive run right now, in which I'm going to be lowering my sanity and try to survive the ghost as much as I can while giving you guys insights and tips on how to survive hunts when it comes to movements, or things to do or not do. All right. As always, if you like the content, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. All right. Now, real quick before we begin, we're going to be going through the do's and don'ts. Do not keep talking while the ghost is hunting. Your microphone is going to attract the ghost. Even if you have it set on push to talk, your microphone is always open for the ghost and it can always hear you. This one remains one of the predominant reasons why people keep dying. There could be any sort of noise around you in your room or in your house, and that would attract the ghost because the microphone would pick it up. Do not stay in line of sight of the ghosts. Try the 90 degrees strategy. When the ghost is coming after you, the 90 degrees strategy is basically turning sharp corners using walls or furniture to break the line of sight with the ghost. Usually once the line of sight is going to be broken, the ghost is going to resume its regular roaming path, leaving you alone. Do not keep any electronics on in your hands. We're talking flashlight, photo cameras, EMF, etc. Having them off hands is not going to be a problem, but you need to keep in mind that your flashlight off hand is often on, so make sure you press T to disable it. Do not stay right behind a regular door to try and hide. If the ghost is coming after you and you close a door in front of it, it might still keep walking forward and go through the door and kill you. Often ghosts like to ignore regular doors, so I would not use them as protections. Closets and lockers are hands down the best way to survive. Find yourself a locker or a closet, close the doors, and prepare yourself to keep them closed if the ghost is roaming nearby. You can use furniture to hide behind. I personally prefer to have the furniture high enough to make sure that it hides my entire body. That way I know that no line of sight is going to be created with the ghost. Now, obviously there are more tips out there, I am sure. Those are merely the ones that come to mind and have been helping me survive my hunts. Feel free to share your own tips in the comments below. And now we're going to be going through a zero sanity run to try and get some actions in the ghosts. Alright, now that our sanity is absolutely zero, we're going to be starting this run. I'm going to be bringing in the gear inside the house and just set it up and do a regular run. We don't have any much activity right now on the activity board. Something to keep in mind, like mentioned earlier, is that your microphone is always open. I cannot stress this enough. Because sometimes you don't realize that there's noise behind you. It could be a fan, could be anything, could be coughing, it could be people behind you talking. Sometimes you don't realize it and then suddenly you wonder why the ghost came straight for you. It could be something as silly as your fan's wind is slightly hitting your microphone and then it's attracting the ghost. You have to be mindful of those things. You get used to it over time. Obviously everybody needs to be quiet when the ghost is hunting. Otherwise, the ghost is going to come to you. But something also to note is that any electrical things, like mentioned earlier, again, I know I'm going to be repeating myself a lot, in your hands will attract the ghost. Something as silly as this photo camera in my hands, I cannot close it. So you either wheel it out or you drop it to make sure that the ghost is not going to be attracted by it. Now, in this run, we have the Ouija board already, so I'm going to be checking out the EMF 5. Let's have an idea where he is. Where are you? Where are you? Utility room. You see, on Tanglewood, it's kind of confusing. I think the utility room is like the laundry room, actually. It depends on the maps. So right now I'm going to want to stop talking because the ghost is coming. Alright, so something else you can do actually that is really useful. In the hunts, try to leave some closet doors open. Right now I'm going to try to go fast because the ghost is going to be hunting us a lot because we have no sanity. He said sanity room, utility room, so here we are. I'm going to set it up here. So obviously, like, having doors and whatnot are gonna help. Like we already got writing in the book. Obviously, having closet doors open are gonna be, it's gonna be helpful. Try to break stuff. Now, another question that comes a lot is, how do you know the hunt is done? The hunt normally, especially as of last update, you're gonna hear the ghost going around making noise all the time, like the voice, that kind of stuff. You're gonna hear it the entire time. Another way for you to know, was that a ghost orb? I believe it was. Let's go with the assumption that it is. It's a ghost event. You can use your radio. See right now? When I press on the radio, the sound is clear, but when the ghost is hunting, you're gonna have a lot of white noise. Like this. So that's a good way for you to know whether the ghost is hunting still or not. And then we're done. Again, since the ghost is extremely active, I'm gonna try to sweep this super quick, then I'm gonna go outside to take a little bit of a breather and let's talk about things, because there are a lot of things. Every time I'm in a closet, I'm thinking of things I should be mentioning to make sure that you guys are aware. Now, this part is a little controversial. Some people say that the doors are going to be hiding you when the ghost is hunting. So let's use this door as an example. Obviously, this is the front door, like in this scenario, but I'm just using it a door for a door right now. If the ghost is hunting you and you go behind a door and you hide like this, not out again, keep in mind, not the outside door. I mean, like in general, if you close a regular door and you hide behind it, you're extremely likely to die. I like to think, the scenario that I like to think, now I might be proven wrong, but the way I like to look at it is, like when you die, when you play multiplayer and you die, you see no doors. You see the closet doors, but you don't see regular doors. So that is the way I would look at it. I just don't trust regular doors, bottom line. Locker doors, closet doors, you have to keep your minds, you have to keep your eyes open whether or not the ghost is going to be opening them as it passes through. And you need to close them as fast as possible, because the second it can kind of see you, it's going to come for you, and there's nothing you can do, sadly. Something else that helps a lot, like I'm gonna be using this fence here because the ghost is hunting so much inside and I keep needing to stop talking. Furniture and whatnot, you can hide behind them. And something that is extremely strong with ghosts, especially the Revenant, is to break the line of sight. When you break the line of sight, the ghost goes like, unless you're making noise, the ghost is not gonna stay attached to you necessarily. Sometimes it will, but sometimes, just like, say if the ghost was like coming for you because it sees you here, right? And you cut the line of sight by going behind that fence, the ghost might just like start looking around, turning around, changing the route, because it doesn't necessarily know that you're there anymore. That's my 2 cents. Very important to use the furniture if you're in a dire situations. Sometimes you're gonna need to juke the ghost. It's happened countless of times in school that I would be behind like the desk in the classroom. I would hear the ghost coming on my left, so I would keep my sprint burst. And when the ghost would be close enough, I would sprint away. And then I would get outside the classroom, close the door behind me, and do the 90 degrees rule. The 90 degrees rule is that when the ghost is behind you, I like to close the doors. I don't think it necessarily changes anything in terms of line of sight. But the 90 degrees rule If the ghost was behind me right now, say it would be following me. If I cut the line of sight this way, and then you start doing like, you start like, you know, like changing paths and like hiding behind doors like that. Well, doors, maybe not regular doors, but going into a closet and whatnot, or maybe just a furniture. This might save you because the ghost is not going to be attracted to you anymore necessarily because it doesn't see you and it's not going to be hearing you if you don't have any electronics on you. Now this is extremely odd because the ghost is in the utility room, which is the laundry room, but it's giving us a little bit of a ghost event right now. So, okay, what we got so far, ghost orbs. So we could be dealing with a revenant. A lot of people would be happy about that. People love the revenant somehow on stream. I wonder why. Now the activity board is not showing us any kind of EMF 5 just yet. I could use the Ouija board a bit more, but the ghost is hunting a whole lot. So what I'm going to be doing is setting up the candles and the salt. Just so, you know, get that extra going. I forgot I had the spirit box on. Well, I guess we're going to start with the salt right now. Let's get back in there. I'm probably not going to make it to the room before a hunt, but hey. Live a little, right? See here, I'm going to prepare so that I don't have to close both doors at once when the ghost is hunting. Maybe the ghost is taking a breather. Oh, I'm sorry, that was right on your foot. Was that freezing temps? I don't know if it was some kind of dust. It is freezing temps. The line is clear once again. We'll go back in there. Now the salt is done. We need to take a picture of the ghost, which is unfortunate because we had like an easy ghost event earlier. But yeah. I guess I'm going to be trying to take a picture of the ghost next time we're in. I need to bring... Actually, I'm not going to touch that photo camera just yet. I'm going to bring the candles. Well, one candle in and the lighter. Set it up so maybe it can work. Obviously, the salt is already done, so that's good for us. Now, the Revenant. We have a Revenant. The Revenant is one of those that once you break the line of sight, the ghost becomes tremendously slow. So, like, it's one that is extremely important to practice, like, breaking line of sights. Doing the 90 degrees, closing the door and going around, like... Because, like, this furniture can actually cut you. Not cut you, sorry. Protect you. This actually, normally, this is the part that I would normally want to take. This is the part that I would normally want to take. Oh, really? To take some pills, literally, because the ghost is so active and starting to be very aggressive. Now, I don't know if this is all a good idea just for one picture. It would be so... Wouldn't it be, like, funny for me to die in the tutorial on how to survive the ghost? I mean, you've seen plenty of runs, plenty of, like, hunts. Obviously, as you can tell, like, in a house like this, like, the rule of thumb is just find yourself the nearest closet and shut up. Make sure you don't have any electronics in your hands and you're gonna be able to survive. Now, you keep in mind that the ghost, as soon as it kind of opens up the closet doors, it can see you. So do it fast, close it fast, because sometimes it's gonna... Like, just the previous one that we had, the ghost opened both doors. I was certain I was gonna die there, because usually when both doors are open like that, the ghost is extremely likely to see you, so you're gonna get caught. Now there are some maps that you cannot hide that way, like the asylum. the high school, the prison as well. Often, the best thing you can do to hide yourself is to go around, open, close doors. That's my opinion. Again, like I like using the doors to protect myself, but not hide behind a regular door. Keep that in mind once again. So I just close the door and try to break line of sight and just hide in my corner and hope for the best that way. Like in school is a big one. A lot of people will be like, what do you do? Like the classrooms and whatnot. Classrooms are extremely likely to need you, to require you to juke the ghost. So I like to go to the desk if possible, behind the desk. When you have like the globe or maybe like a chair as well, you just wait there. You stop talking, you close the door, you go in there, you hide behind the desk and you wait. And if the ghost is coming in your room and you're like, this is it, this is my doom, I'm gonna die, try to kite the ghost towards the left side of the desk. And once the ghost is close enough, you keep your burst once again and you start running towards the right and try to juke it around. Now that's something that saved me countless of times. You go back outside the room, close the door, break the line of sight, the rule of 90 degrees, and you try to find yourself another room maybe. Now the sprint in the game is allowing us to survive a whole lot more, but you have to keep in mind that the ghost, the longer the hunt is going, if it sees you, the faster it's going to go, so it's going to get to you. And again, it's not in the situation of a revenant, like right now we have a revenant. I might die right now, disclaimer. I'm going back in there because I'm a completionist and I want to make sure that I actually get that picture. That might not end too well for me, but we're trying it. See if we get a ghost event maybe. See, in this situation even, let's see. This is not gonna go well. And see, to everybody happens to panic like that. I have no idea what I was doing there, and I'm extremely surprised. I don't even know where I dropped the photo camera. I'm extremely surprised to survive that, to be honest. Now, something else we could do to try to trigger a ghost event. Now that the ghost is spawned mostly in the laundry room, right? Are my hands empty? Yes, okay. We're gonna bring in the crucifixes. Sometimes it's gonna, listen, the best thing you can do if you want to have just a ghost event is to bring in the crucifixes and maybe take some sanity pills. For the purpose of this video, we're gonna stay insane because, you know, we're happily insane in life. And I have a strong feeling I'm gonna die. Gonna bring just one at once, so I have a photo camera on me ready to go. In case he wants to say peekaboo. I guess not. Alright. What's your name? With all that, I forgot to look for your name. I'm sorry. Christopher Martin. How you doing? I'm here to take a picture of you. If you wouldn't mind. Even regardless of being a ghost or not, I don't think I would be inclined for a random stranger to want to take a picture of me. Skills is starting to be really frisky. See, often the thing that I do, I just drop the item. I just drop the item that is electronic in my hand, make sure my flashlight is closed, and I just go and hide and maybe cry a little. That's usually what I do. As you can tell right now, the crucifixes are not quite helping because the ghosts have been roaming so much. It's been kind of difficult to narrow down exactly where the ghost is going to spawn from, especially if you would just want to be out there and take a picture of the ghost. But I think for the sake of this video, I'm not going to spend too much time with the trying to take pictures of the ghost because it's been hunting us so much. And we're just going to wrap it up here without a picture of the ghost. But we know it's a rev. See, normally I would have taken a picture of the ghost during a hunt. But I don't think there's any tip really to try to do that. You can try doing, you know, like the wheel method. To go like clack, 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 like as fast as you can. But at the same time, you don't have that much time because you got a rev zooming at you. So be careful with the revs out there, huh? So that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the comprehensive run. So just go in there and I'll try to explain as much as I can as we go. Sadly, in Phasmo, when the ghost is hunting, you kind of don't want to talk. Otherwise, the ghost is going to get you. So it's kind of hard for me to just be explaining things as we go. So I do hope in this video I was able to give you some pointers to survive your next hunts. As a reminder, I am live on Twitch 5 days a week at 9 AM Eastern Time. We always play some Phasmo there, some solos, some community games. It's always a good time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one, alright?